This congregation is supported by the pledges of our members and friends. The offering provides an additional opportunity to express generosity by those attending today's worship. We are sharing the plate offering 50% this month with UUSC, which is the Unitarian Universalist Service Committee, and more information about them can be found on the back of your program. So please be as generous as you are able. Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, "The only person you are destined to become is the person you decide to be." The idea of reinventing yourself is about taking the core of who you are and breathing fresh life into yourself. It's not about erasing your past or fixing something that's broken. I consider it to be more about embracing the possibilities and growth that are presented to us. It can be as simple as picking up a new hobby or adapting a new style of clothing, or even as complex as changing careers or redefining your goals and values. Renewing part of yourself can help you find a more fulfilling and meaningful life. There are other benefits as well. Reinventing yourself can present the opportunity for personal growth, a fresh perspective, career advancement, increased happiness, better health and wellness, and/or the chance to overcome adversity. There have been many famous figures who have gone through a process of reinventing themselves, some more successful than others. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and John Cena have both gone from success in the WWE to trying their hand at the big screen and have since reappeared in the world of wrestling as well. Angelina Jolie went from being an iconic sex symbol in the early 2000s, wearing her then husband Billy Bob Thornton's blood in a vial around her neck, to a well-known human rights activist dedicating over 20 years to serving the UN Refugee Agency as a goodwill ambassador and special envoy. On his 35th birthday, Prince changed his name to an unpronounceable symbol. He announced the decision in a statement that read, "It is an unpronounceable symbol whose meaning has not been identified. It's all about thinking in new ways, tuning into a new frequency." Since it was unpronounceable, most media outlets landed on referring to him as the artist formerly known as Prince. In an interview with Larry King, he elaborated on this change. "I had to search deep within my heart and spirit, and I wanted to make a change and move to a new plateau in my life. And one of the ways in which I did that was to change my name. It sort of divorced me from the past and all the hang-ups that go along with it." It's widely thought that Prince had issues with his label and ownership of music, and using a symbol was his workaround. Someone who has also used reinvention to solve similar struggles is Taylor Swift, who actually inspired the topic for today's sermon. When the masters to her first 6 albums were sold out from under her, she decided to re-record them as Taylor's versions, including new guest artists and vault tracks never heard before. Taylor herself and her music have both evolved throughout her career. She has albums in multiple genres, including country, pop, and indie. In her Miss Americana documentary, she says the following about her evolution. Female artists have to reinvent themselves so many more times than male artists, or else you're out of a job. Live out a narrative that we find interesting enough to entertain us, but not so crazy that it makes us uncomfortable. Recently, she has been credited with the idea of our life being different eras as she embarked on her Eras tour across the globe. These entertainers are just a few examples of people who have embraced different opportunities and, in my opinion, have found growth and success. Even with those reinventions, these celebrities didn't change the core of themselves. The Rock and John Cena still had a love for entertainment, whether that was in the ring or on the big screen. Prince was still one of the most creative and intelligent producers of his time, even if we couldn't pronounce his name anymore. Taylor Swift taught us that we can have more than one era without losing sight of ourselves. Many of us more common folk have had our own sorts of reinventions. We reinvent ourselves when we go from childhood to adulthood at age 18, deciding what we want to do with our lives. Changing jobs or careers, getting married or divorced, all of these can be thought of as different eras in our lives. Every opportunity that we encounter gives us the chance to honor our choices from the past while making new ones for the future. Socrates once said, "The secret of change is to focus all of your energy not on fighting the old, but on building the new." Unitarian Universalism has had its own journey itself into building the new. In America, the Universalist Church of America was founded in 1793, and the American Unitarian Association in 1825. They consolidated in 1961, and these faiths became the new religion of Unitarian Universalism throughout the UUA. Both religions have long histories and have contributed important theological concepts that remain central to Unitarian Universalism. Our religion has been changing and reinventing itself even in more recent times. We have adopted an 8th principle and just recently adopted Article 2, which revises our principles once more. As UUs, we have a denominational commitment to periodically assessing our beliefs and discerning whether they should evolve. We belong to a living religious tradition that embraces evolution, both scientifically and spiritually. The important thing to note here is that, yes, this was a reinvention of a new religion, but it still honored both traditions while embracing all of the new that came after. I would argue that our QC congregation has had its own reinventions over the years. We started in a little building in downtown Davenport, moved to a new beacon on the hill, and later built an addition. We've had a handful of ministers that have each provided their own unique perspectives into the religion and aided us when we needed it. Again, some of these reinventions were physical, but others were more internal, more spiritual. Many of you have had spiritual reinventions. While my family is one of the anomalies here, most of you have come from other religious institutions that didn't quite feel like home. You might have beliefs or traditions that you still carry on from that era, but you embrace your new spiritual home here. You've had your own journeys into figuring out the core of who you are and breathing new life into that self. I would hope that you've been able to find meaning and value while on your spiritual reinventions. And I would encourage you to keep reinventing yourself. Keep finding opportunities for growth, no matter how small. Remember that if one opportunity ends, it's just another chance for you to start over. But remember, you aren't starting over from scratch. You have so much more experience now than you had then. However you choose to reinvent yourself, you have a village of people here behind you, supporting you, and cheering you on. After all, cheering you on and getting a front row seat to your transformation is a whole lot cheaper than front row tickets to the Eras Tour. It was a little bit of a short reflection today, but I'll end it with a quote and a person that you are maybe all a little more familiar with than Taylor Swift, which is George Eliot. It's never too late to be who you might have been. Thank you. If you could please join us in the closing song. It's number 116, I'm on my way, in the gray hymnal.
Is this familiar to you?
Yes.
We would. Please rise as you are willing and able. Thank you. Thank you. You can be seated. If you would please join me in the extinguishing the chalice. The words are on the screen and also in your order of service. Like the flame of the chalice,
May the flame of our hearts forever remain unextinguished. May it ignite our energies, our pride, our resolve to dream, to build, and live into the world
that good which exists for now only in our imaginings. As we ponder how to exactly breathe this kind of new life into our core values, I will leave you with the following words. May you leave this time together changed. May the promises you have made to yourself about who you want to be feel closer to the reality of who you are right now. May you share that feeling of transformation wherever you go. May it spread into every word, deed, thought, and interaction until we are changed, until we are all changed, transformed, and transforming together, becoming our better selves. Thank you.